So every good conversation between me and Mitch starts with a great coffee. So that is the number one thing we need to do right now.
What the fuck are you doing?
Just patting your face.
Do not pat my face ever again.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. So basically you may or may not know, but Mitch and I work together and we have a bunch of things, of businesses, ideas that we've actually started together, realized halfway that they were stupid and we were never going to be able to finish them. So then we had to stop. But what?
Today, Junior?
Explain what this is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a jar of malakis.
A jar of shit. But basically, all of our ideas are in here, including the one of Tastebudd. So whatever happened to Tastebudd, which is our meal delivery service. So that is somewhere in here, which we will explain.
So basically what's going to happen is if I pick one out, am I talking about it?
Yeah, you talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. No doubt.
So we're going to go out of no.
Should we take a guess as to how many in there? Like, should we let people guess? Or is it?
Well, they can guess, but I already know because I printed it.
So I don't even know.
What's your guess?
I want to say around 10. I don't actually know. I'm going to say 10.
How many of them do you think were your idea?
Versus yours?
Yeah. Keep in mind that they're dumb.
8 to 9. 8
Of
to 9.
your way, his way. Okay.
I'd say all 10. Like,
Yeah, probably.
I doubt any of these are yours.
Probably, yeah, 100%. Okay, so we're gonna basically pick one and then we'll talk about it. So you go first.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Nervous.
Don't look.
Oh, close my eyes. Okay, I can't feel my
Look at your
hand.
fat fingers. Can't finish it.
The fingers you have used to dial are too fat.
Chopped.
Chopped. Interesting. Well, okay.
What is it?
I guess chopped and taste, but are very, very similar, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you say the same thing?
Yeah.
So, chopped, our little baby, was actually going to be like a meal delivery service. It was, I don't know, it was this, had we...
No, we thought of the name and we loved it and it was like you would
This is
never be able to figure out a
I forget
name.
everything. So, Tastebudd was originally chopped and then we realised that someone actually already had chopped and the website and everything else. And it was like a whole like TV series.
I think I cried. I was devastated when I found out.
What else could Tastebudd, well, chopped at the time, be called? And it was very... I'm going to say you cried at least 10 times.
Yeah, I did. I was so upset. I thought like, how the fuck could that person pick chopped when I wanted it?
Chopped basically evolved into Tastebudd, but it was a failure.
Yeah.
So this is a really bad one to start with, not a great idea.
All right, number one, chopped is done. Okay, number two.
They get better, I swear.
Food Boss.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Food Boss was my published book, the original name for the published book. I was so excited about it. I thought it was like, you know, food and then boss lady.
I'm the boss.
Together, yes, 100% that was going to be it. And then we were in, I don't know where we were, Sydney.
I reckon it was Sydney.
And we were walking down, near the harbour, walking down Darling Harbour, and we see this truck, and it is the biggest thing you've ever seen. And it just said Food Boss on it, and I was like, that is so annoying. I was so upset. Like, and that's something with the name. So then we had to call it my published book, The Nourishing Cook, which was actually
our business
my business. Yeah, well, I had to create when I first started my business. I was just like anything in health, and the word nourishing came up, and I was like, nourishing, and it was like The Nourishing Cook was available, and I was like, that'll do. And then that ended up being title for the cookbook. So that was something that we like completely did not plan, and that just happened to be it.
It's tragic.
It's pretty tragic.
But we had such big plans for Food Boss before we saw this truck. Like, honestly, it was
I think
it's going to be a published book, it's going to be like a whole platform for food where women can come, it's going to be an app, like Food Boss sounds sick, and it was just like...
And then the truck just ruined my life. Go next.
I think that was a pretty bad night.
Yeah, it's pretty upsetting.
I'm scared.
You're up.
I want to pick a bad one. I'll pick a good one. Alright, can you...
What did you get? No, tell me. Oh my god, show.
Ready?
Show.
Can you see
Barley
it?
Glow, can you see it?
Okay. This one was a while ago, so we're going to set the precedent.
Gotta set it up.
Remind me. I know what it is, but I don't remember how it started.
Mitch was working in real estate at the time. He absolutely hated it and was literally on his last legs of ideas of what he could do to get out of it. So he thought, because he has good skin, the shithead thought that he could market a skincare mask and like all this other stuff.
Honestly.
So he was so excited. He was going to call it Barley Glow. Yeah, and like so we were going to do like the whole like you'll look like you've just come back from Bali type of thing. Like that was the vibe. And
we honestly had an Instagram page. We had scrubs.
I think we actually registered the business name as well, and I still get emails like, do you want to what's it called? Do you want
the domain name?
Yeah, do you want to like re-register the domain name? I'm like, nope, that's wrong.
Tragic.
Very tragic. Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. So that was Bali.
You were testing green coffee. No, from green coffee.
Yeah, green tea scrubs for no reason other. I had no idea. I have no idea about skincare.
She was like walking around the house just with like coffee beans all over her.
And then we realised.
Dedication.
Then we realised. Wait.
We didn't realise anything. You came up to me like, Mitch, do you honestly think that you could sell skincare because you know nothing about it? And I was just like, you got a fair point.
I literally said to him, I was like, what do you use in the shower? Like, what's your kind of skincare routine? He goes, body wash. And I go, get the fuck, grabbed it. I was like, fuck that. I'm not doing it anymore.
Give it to me.
Give it to you. Oh my God, I'm scared. This is your biggest, the dumbest idea.
I know exactly what it is.
So bored. Okay, so I have lots of, for my food backgrounds, I've got like, we paint our own boards. So we go to Bunnings and we just get our own paints and we just do whatever. We basically just kind of pick colours and put them together and hope that they work. So we painted this pink board and he was obsessed with it. He thought like, this is
honestly,
it. This is
we're going to take over the world board at a time.
Yeah, one board at a time. He was literally going to sell boards. And he made an Instagram page called So Bored.
100%.
And he was so excited when someone...
$59.95.
Yeah, $59.95 per board.
You want one?
Pretty expensive.
Right? It's
what? No way, that's cheap.
No, we looked at food photography backgrounds like on Etsy or whatever, and they were like $90. And he was like, look, we're like 50% less than the retail
That never happened, by the way.
You so did, you liar. Anyway, I basically said to him, I was like, okay, this is all well and good. Like, it's an amazing board and whatever, and people would probably love it. But how do you expect to get this wooden board to Sydney? And he's like, well, I don't know. And then I just basically stopped him in his tracks.
Were you going to make them yourself?
Yeah.
Yep. So plywood from Bunnings and then
$7 plywood from Bunnings and paint.
That's a good markup.
Like we had nothing.
Charles gonna go home and steal all this business then. Like release all these.
Like literally.
Next minute we're getting a bloody message. Like,
soboard.com. Like we had nothing better to do other than paint our own boards. But yeah. Anyway, that was the dumbest idea I think out of all of them.
Postage for a big 1 meter plyboard, probably not a great idea.
Probably not a great idea.
I'll post though if you want to hit me up.
Yeah.
We'll link in the description.
Pick it.
Alright. Might add, we actually started inboxing food people.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't Luke Hines reply?
Luke, you know who you are. Oh!
No!
Fancy this one.
Oh my goodness.
Grit 40. So I reckon this is probably the OG of business ideas. So
yeah,
this is
that was the first one.
I reckon this is when you were still PTing.
Yeah.
And I was in real estate and we both wanted to kind of quit what we were doing and do something else. So Grit 40, F45 goes. If you're interested, let me know. We'll do that.
We were like, we're going to take on F45. Yeah. Don't worry about like.
It was a gym. Like it was Grit 40 minutes of grit. You know, so it was going to take on F45 with 5 minutes less. You know, if you want to do 5 minutes less of cardio, let us know. We'll hook it up.
We're better, clearly.
But we actually started looking at spaces to fit our gym. We went to the bank to look for like a bloody loan for equipment. Yeah. Like it was pretty bad. And then we just sat down one day and like, look, this is going to cost a fair bit of money. Probably not the smartest idea at like 21, 22.
Yeah.
Like it was almost 3 years ago now. It was just.
That was so silly
of us.
Tragic. It was so silly because I was doing personal training and I had heaps of clients and I had like 12 or so girls in one session, like half an hour session.
Yeah.
And they were all paying $10 each. So for me, that money was amazing. And I was like, well, it'd be easy if it was 50 girls at $10 each. We'd be making so much money. It'd be easy.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen like that. Ever. And then we like literally got to the final bit where the agent was basically like, you need to sign
on the lease.
And then we were like,
That's a lot of money.
No, like, I think it was 50 grand was the
For the
lease
lease,
for the year,
lease.
and we were both like,
Yeah.
should we? And then we thought, nah, like we just can't. It would have been just too much of a risk.
But in saying that, if you do want it,
Stop,
just let us know. Comment below and we'll hook it up. We'll do something up.
We're not hooking anything up.
It's your turn.
I'm just gonna do this with my fingers. Bake mixes.
Oh, you're up. This is your territory. This is Leah's idea.
Terrible idea.
Can you actually pass me my coffee, please?
Sure.
I think it's about time to take a sip.
So-
Charles, how's your coffee?
The bake.
Oh, that's a good question. Where is my coffee?
Look, it's still on the machine, mate. I didn't make it. I haven't got it yet, but I will, I promise. So bake. Is this talking about like the ones we first made, or like our products? I don't think we have.
I don't know. You're the one that did this.
I don't remember, but either way, so
let's go combine them into one.
We'll combine them into one.
It's
So
the
we
same.
did these like baked sort of mixes with a lady called Jen. She was amazing. Yes, loved it. We only did that for I think it was a month or 2 months or 3 months.
I reckon it was 3 months.
3 month thing.
Yeah.
That was really good. It was really amazing to get up.
That was in what, 2017, 18?
Yeah, 2017.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, she was amazing. We did them like maybe as like a 3 month contract, and we learnt heaps and heaps and heaps. Once that contract was over, we really wanted to do our own. So we wanted to do banana bread, crackers, spices. We worked so hard on them. Hey, my products are now live. I'm so excited. The Moroccan and Mediterranean spices are the best. So if you are over having boring and plain food, you need to swipe up to see. And they were really, really good at the start, and then the manufacturer and the fulfillment distributor, like they just dropped off, and they were just not as.
It just became a really tough process.
Yeah,
basically.
and it was really hard to work with. Products were getting made wrong. There was no real like
care.
Yeah, it was just really hard to maintain that like level of amazingness, which is what I wanted my products to be. Yeah. And every time I would open the product, it would be incorrect, and I'd be really upset about it. And I just was like, I've just had enough. Like I don't want people to spend money on something that I wouldn't even use. It's just not going to happen. So we learned so much from that process. So this one, I don't even think was a fail. I think this was probably one of our best. Because that was like, we know that like, contracts need to be really, really tight. We need to make sure that, our standards are here and they stay there. And it's like,
not only that, but like learning about margins as well. Like
yes.
To sell a product, it costs us this much to manufacture, then how much goes into marketing, and then, you know what I mean? Like, what are you left with at the end of the day? Then you got to reinvest for more product. Like, things you should definitely be thinking about if you have a product or want to have a product or start a business in that sense.
Yeah, one of those things that I didn't realize is like, once you sell, for me, I thought like, I'm going to sell 1,000 units and I'm going to make $10,000. Say, I don't know, the mix up of that, whatever it was. But then I thought, I didn't realize like, say it was going to cost me another, out of that $10,000 I just made profit, it's going to cost me $9,000 to have to reinvest because I need to purchase a certain amount of units per month. So really,
if you're not selling,
you have to be buying. You're not selling, you have to be buying. You're losing on this side and you're not gaining on this side. So it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that we had a minimum spend of 500 units a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, easy. But if we didn't sell 500 units one month, we still had to buy it the next month, which is completely normal business. But I wasn't under that impression. I had no idea. I guess I just kind of flew through it, and that really I made a mistake there, because that's when I was like, we're not earning anything, we're actually losing. So
just to abide by the contract.
Yeah, just to abide by the contract, which is, and it just then so anyways, that was a really big one. Loved it though. It was fun.
Oh, it was good. Yeah,
it was really good, but definitely something that we learned from.
Okay,
You're up.
Can't feel my fat hand in here.
This is another one of Mitch's stupid shit.
Charles is actually repping one of my hoodies.
Yeah.
So, I reckon this started when we went to America for the first time together. Mm-hmm. So was that 2018?
Yeah.
Oh, well, last year.
Early. Yeah.
January?
Yeah.
It was January last year.
Yeah.
And we went to the 9/11 memorial. I'll let Charles put this here. So, the guy called Fat Jewish, right? Everyone knows who he is. So, you don't? Oh my God, you're kidding. He's hilarious. What the hell? Where have you been?
Charles, come on.
I will link you. Someone like I think he's like a big online like memes, like he's a very funny online presence, right? So I think he created like some merch, some t-shirt merch, and someone in the line in front of us was wearing some of his merch.
Yeah.
And it was just like a funny quote, and I was like, Leah, like someone's actually paid like probably $20 to $30 for a t-shirt that says like, let's just say like
spaghetti
or something,
or gnocchi
right?
or something like that.
Something stupid, and I was like,
basically he said to me, you say stupid shit every day, why don't you just have a t-shirt on? I was like, wow.
Yeah, like, so anyway, if you would buy merch, just let us know, we'll hook it up.
Stop!
No, anyway, that was a really bad idea. That one was more of an idea, so we didn't get very far with it, but while we were in America,
pretty sure you did designs, but never mind, we won't get into that. Pretty sure we wasted like at least 2 weeks.
Again, if you want them, let me know, we'll hook it up, we'll hook them up. I'm a graphic designer,
you are
honestly.
not, that's
I'm
enough.
still trying to get hoodies from Alibaba, so if you want to buy one.
Is that where you got your hoodie from?
This one?
Yeah.
No, I actually went to Harvard.
Yeah, right.
Business school.
Right.
No, not MBA, just usual BA.
We're up.
Alright, you're up.
You stupid
You didn't even
kid.
get my joke, what the hell?
I didn't get it because you were stupid. What the fuck is this? Oh my goodness.
I didn't even remember what that one was.
The Good Food Pantry. That one was like the app idea.
Ah, it was. Yeah. That was, I actually think that was the first idea.
You reckon?
That or food box.
I still get, we actually registered the
confused.
Good Food Pantry domain name, but then it was really, really similar to the Whole Food Pantry that lady was lying about that shit, so then we got rid of that.
Yeah.
So we got rid of, we didn't do this, but it eventually, it's kind of the same thing that we're doing now.
No, well, that's what we realized, right? So like, early on, before we started working properly together, we were just like, oh, how many business ideas can we come up with and like do something?
Yeah.
But then like this one, like the example was, how about we sell books or like recipes and stuff like that online? It's essentially the same thing that you were doing anyway. So it was just, I don't know, it was a bad idea.
I think it's just more that like the name that we were just kind of unsure if we. I liked Good Food Pantry.
Oh, no, just stretching my neck.
It was a good idea. I like the name. Anyway, I feel like I know what this one is, and this is the last one that everyone is asking for. So you're up.
Oh no, you're up.
You're up.
You're up.
We'll both be up on this one. My baby.
Interesting.
Tastebudd.
All right. So, how do we start?
So, basically, Mitch was being a little bitch, and he was asking me every day to start
What the
a
hell?
meal delivery service, and he was so rude.
I'm still angry that you just called me bitch, to be honest. I feel like we should backtrack. That's not okay.
All right. Basically, Mitch was being Mitch was being rude to me every single day, saying that I didn't want to. What was it?
What?
You know, because you were like, you don't want to do more, you don't want to grow, you want to like, because you were trying to guilt me into doing Tastebudd, and I kept saying you don't have the time. Yeah. No. Okay. Anyway.
Never happened, Charles.
It did happen. So basically, Mitch came up with this idea that he wanted to take our recipes from the website to a meal delivery service, like similar to.
If you want it, we'll bring it back.
To something like HelloFresh or Marley Spoon, something like that.
In a more innovative way, so we would prep, marinate, whatever the food for you. So you basically just rip open a packet, cook it, dinner in 5-10 minutes.
But it was also not like pre-made frozen foods. It was nice. It was like beautiful, delicious meals that I would make.
Yeah.
So Mitch had this idea, and he was like, we need to do it. The time is now. If we don't start now, we never will. And I don't know how you ended up convincing me, because I said no for 6 months, like straight up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even
talk
about it.
Until we started, you said no.
Yeah, I was
when did we start?
I don't remember.
June, July.
Probably. Yeah, I just kept saying like, it's just not going to happen. Like, I don't have the time. We don't have the time. Like, when am I going to be able to create new recipes? And when are you going to be able to like get off your computer for 2 seconds? Like, we just can't do it. But he just, oh my God. So I didn't want to make him any more angry. So I just was like, fine, we'll give it a go.
I think we trialed it with just friends and family though. So
no,
that's
but
how
I finally was like, fine, we'll see how it goes with friends and family. If it goes well, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
If not, forget about it. Like, we'll just, literally need to like just give that idea up. Then we got foam boxes from like my Uncle
like
Tony.
the broccoli boxes that you would,
basically did it all in my kitchen, gave it to a couple of friends and family. They gave us their feedback, we fixed it. And I reckon it was 3 weeks later before we went live.
Yeah, I reckon 3 to 4 weeks we did friends and family, and like the feedback was so overwhelmingly good. Like not necessarily like we gave it to 10 people, then they gave it to 40 type thing, but like the feedback, they're like, oh my God, you guys, this is crazy. Like the food tastes so good, so convenient. And I think we just got like just a little bit excited.
Yeah, just a touch.
And yeah, I reckon 4 weeks later.
4 weeks later we started doing it,
we were live.
And
like,
we were doing it
live.
Yeah, we were doing it in my...
We did not know anything.
Yeah, nothing. We're doing it in my office studio kitchen, which was fine. But we ended up getting, I think it was 15 orders the first week, but we hadn't said that it was mine yet. We just kind of lightly launched.
By itself, so we just like kind of like launched the platform. We had like an Instagram page and everything.
Yeah.
So it was just like Tastebudd Live, and then we managed to get like, I think maybe like 13, 15, whatever.
Yeah, it was about 15 orders
in the first week.
And then we did again, we did 15 orders the second week. And then the third week, I was like, we should probably just say, actually, no, I reckon we were on about 5 orders and you were stressing out and you were like, we need to just either mention your name this week or next week. Yep. And we were just like, let's just do it this week. So and then I announced it on my Instagram that it was like, you know, we had Tastebudd. And then we got 80 or so orders, I think.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. 80.
It was a
massive.
Yeah, and
no. Didn't we? Tastebudd by itself, wasn't it doing like 20, 30 orders or something by itself for maybe like 5 weeks? And then after that, we said, like, put your name to it, let's try and grow this. And then as soon as we did that, we went from just under 50, I reckon, to almost 100.
Yeah.
So we like kind of doubled, and we're like, fuck, like this is already hard. And then
and then it was just, we didn't have we didn't have the staff. We didn't have, like, it was us. Like, it was literally Mitch and I, my mum, my uncle, like my dad, if he needed to help, anyone we could drag. And then we didn't have, like, the resources. We didn't have machinery. We didn't have, it was just literally us, gloves, chopping board, knife. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have, I guess we didn't have the space. We didn't have packing areas. We didn't have organising schedules. Anything. We didn't have basically anything, so it was like we kind of bit off more than we could chew. And then we moved all of our stuff to my sister's warehouse because she just has a really open space, and that was amazing for the first 2 weeks. But they basically said, like, my sister needed the warehouse back at the start of February, and she'd like let us know. She's like, you can have it for 3 months, but as soon as February hits, I need it back, so you're gonna have to figure out to find a space.
Yeah.
And then we were doing, I reckon it was around 100 orders, like, consistently every week without any marketing. We didn't do any
There was nothing. It was just
PR, nothing.
Yeah.
So we were up, Mitch. So we obviously worked Monday to Thursday on my side of the stuff. So recipes, my website, Instagram content, blah, blah, blah. So we worked on that together. And then from Thursday to Sunday, we would work all day Thursday, all day Friday. Saturday mornings we'd be up at 4-5 a.m. and finish at like 11 o'clock at night because we'd chop, marinate, seal everything ourselves.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It's making me tired just thinking about it.
And by the end of it, it was almost like pure exhaustion.
Oh, 100%.
I don't know if even that's how you can explain it. We were so tired that I couldn't even like basically have a conversation with Mitch by the end of the day. Like we were just like, it would be, I'm sorry, you're just comfortable.
Get off of.
So we were like, yeah, we could barely talk to each other because it was just, we were exhausted, and my whole family was exhausted. Like we dragged them in, and they kind of felt like they had to help, and they were so lovely. But after 8 weeks of them helping, like literally 7 a.m. till 11 o'clock at night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it was for us too, we thought it was just really unfair, and we didn't have the money or energy to be able to be like, as soon as February hits, we can go get a $50,000 a year warehouse and then fill it out with staff and equipment and all of that kind of stuff, because that would have taken away from everything else, and we just did not have. Without
compromising, obviously, Leah's brand, it just would have been too hard to do both at such an early stage of both the business's life cycle. So I guess it was more like, it's not like, I wouldn't say Tastebudd's a fail, to be honest. Like, it was more like a learning curve. Like,
it was such
it was
a
going
learning
really
curve.
well, like making good money, but like we had consistent orders each week. We were over 100 every week. Like for a 10-week-old business, it was doing really, really well. But the thing is, like, to continue to grow that to what like a HelloFresh or Marley Spoon is, let's say, would require a lot more money, like you're saying, a warehouse, a staff, like a team, like not family. So it would require way more money and effort, and we just...
And Mitch and I don't think we were prepared to just be like, oh, we can just hire a manager and hire 5 staff under that manager and just let them go. Like, I'm crazy at the best of times and I want to make sure everything's good, and so does Mitch. So we're both like, I'm not just going to go and find someone to run it. Like, that's not fair. Yeah. So we just thought if we just close it down, we kind of did it in like 2 weeks space. We literally had the decision.
Over the Christmas break, yeah?
Yeah, the decision was like either do it, don't do it, and then we just thought like, we both kind of like, when we decided, I was really upset, like crying, of course, so because what else would I do? Just tears all the time. But after, we were both like, after like the first weekend of not having Tastebudd, we were like...
For 3 months.
Like on Friday, Mitch and I were like, do you want to go for dinner? Like, and then he was like, wow, we have so many options because we haven't been for dinner in like 3 months. So we thought like, we had Friday off, Saturday off, we did all this stuff Sunday. It was just like, and we both said to ourselves like, this was the hardest decision, but the best decision we have ever made.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like there was many, many more, but...
There will be more to come.
There'll be very more to come.
I'm sure.
Much more to come.
We might get into clothing.
So no,
if you want merch,
getting into clothing.
We'll hook that up, Chelsea. We'll hook that up. Alibaba.
Yeah.
Tina, if you've got good hoodies.
Stop with Tina.
I'm dealing with Tina.
So I hope you loved this video. Obviously, our takeaways are look at your contracts, think about the idea.
Definitely, yes.
Look at your options. Do your homework.
Options.
But
make
also,
sure it's feasible.
Yeah, well, make sure it's feasible. Also, nothing is ever a fail. It's always learning, and you can always change up.
Learn from your experiences, I would say, honestly.
Yeah.
How much have you learned?
Lots. See ya. Bye.